You're talking about the idea of sanctification, right?
Yeah.
So let's track this back to the story of Zion, right?
Yeah.
So Zion is meant to be like a holy, in the prophets, like a holy place, like a set apart place. And so when you get to like places like in Revelation, it combines the imagery of Zion, like New Jerusalem descending down, with the imagery of like the tree of life, so the image of Eden. And so the people who enter into this New Jerusalem will have the name of the Father on their foreheads, right?
Yeah.
And this language would bring to mind the ideas of like high priest, right? Because the high priest bears the divine name on his forehead when he goes into the sacred space, right?
Yep.
So you've got this combination going on, that basically New Jerusalem, Zion, is the new, it is spoken of in temple language, in temple imagery, right? And so you've got this kind of imagery inherent in ideas of Eden anyway, right? Because Adam was meant to keep and guard the garden, where the Hebrew there is employed later on for the priesthood when it comes to the temple. So you've got like ideas of priesthood being associated with Adam. And all of this is like combined in the prophets and stuff like that. And so one of the reasons why they're employing this type of language is to indicate that New Jerusalem that you're going to be part of is, for all intents and purposes, the new sacred space. It is the sacred space akin to temple. And so you've got ideas also of the community acting as a temple, right? You see this in like Corinthians and so forth like this, where the community are the temple. And so all of these ideas are combined together. You're part of Zion, you're part of this temple. And so outworking from that, you get this language of sanctification, being set apart and holy and so forth like this, right? Because obviously with sacred space, you've got the sacred space and you've got what's outside of sacred space, right? And that's why in Revelation like 22, you've got this outside language. Outside are everything that's basic, things that are unholy, that can't enter into the holy place. And so, it makes sense that why they're using that language.